Hey there everyone, this is KT, back with more Pokemon Colosseum. Possibly the penultimate episode. There's a high chance that there's only one more episode of Colosseum. First, we need to go beat Gonzap. Yeah, I think Sun Strat will do just fine. I don't remember what he has. I remember fighting a Machamp and a Gyarados. That was it. Oh, there was a Breloom too. Well, Entei takes care of Breloom. So does Gengar. Whoop. Is he... Please move, please move. Is Gonzap gone? Gonzap gone? Is he really not here? Did I only get one chance though? Because you need an item from him. He leaves... Yeah, that's the item you need. Is there like a note or something? Is there anything? What? I don't get to fight him again? This is very unfortunate. So literally 2 hours ago, I just got a comment from Super Flash that says Gonzap is not rematchable. This is so insane. I'm devastated. I feel so bad that I'd lost. Well, fighting him just gives you that disc, and we needed the disc to get to the final Colosseum. So I suppose there's no harm. It does suck that I don't get to fight Gonzap again, because his team seemed really cool. They were all level 60. I don't think this is the right way. Did I fight? I thought I already beat you. She's blocking my path, though. Well, let's fight her. You can fill in for Gonzap, right? Level 50 Loudred. That should absolutely be an X-Cloud by this point. This Giga Drain is going to go nuts. This is going to be such huge damage. I'm so sorry, Corsola. Doesn't Corsola's little portrait look a whole lot like Blissey? Like, if Blissey had a big thorn coming out of her head? Awesome. Sir Viper looks great. I think Loudred actually looks pretty good in 3D. I think I prefer his 3D model to Exploud's. Exploud looks pretty bad, honestly. Do the exact same turn. We start blasting. Very easy. Alright, next, yeah, there's a Colosseum. And at the end of the Colosseum, there's going to be a shadow to catch. Now, I've already traded in Pokemon, and while it would be convenient to have a Smeargle to make that catch a little bit easier, I think we will probably be fine without it. Yeah, let's take the second exit. Okay, I've been spotted again. Nice. There's a lot of Noctowls in this game, I'm realizing. I think his ability is Insomnia. That is a little unfortunate. We could... Yeah, Sun boosted Fire Blast. That should KO, right? Noctowl's best stat, I believe, is special defense. I know he has very high special defense. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, but we still get him. We still get him. Please use fly or something. No. That burn really bailed us out, though. Okay, who's up next? The duck. You look hilarious. You look so much like an N64 model. Gloom stands no chance here. This will do like 300% of Gloom's health. And your last mon is another jump buff. Pretty sure that's Water Pulse. That still did a lot. Even nerfed under the sun. No misses. Very good. No Fire Blast misses so far. So I haven't pointed it out the whole Let's Play, but Jumpluff's shadow is a little bit messed up. If you see it right in the corner there, well, there's not like a great angle to look at it. We'll see it at some point. Yeah, you can sort of see it there. The, I don't know what you do. She just disappears. They're like cotton spores or whatever they're supposed to be that are on Jumpluff. They're just a 2D texture, and you can tell by the shadow. Because the shadow is just a big block. Okay, I believe we've done everything here. A little bummed I can't fight Gonzap again, but I suppose that's my fault for losing. Yeah, there's nothing else here, right? There's no way that there's like a hidden item. Nope. Yeah, in the under. Should probably top off my gang. Wait a minute, I just remembered something. Hang on now. So a friend of mine told me recently I was missing this upgrade. I think this was available after you beat Dokhim. You just talk to this gal. She upgrades the PDA. So I thought we got this upgrade from the kids that are, you know, in the under with the satellite base. But yeah, they get... Not this one. This. There's this, like, crazy 3D model viewer. You like... Whoops. See? You can, like, rotate Armaldo everywhere. And compares height to Wes. Very important. Isn't that fun? Look at that. So, what's really cool about this is that because I traded in a Gengar, Gengar gets added to my little decks here, but he will be shiny. He will not be his regular model. Yeah, look at that. Just get to spin him around. Whoa. This feels so much like a Smash Brothers feature. There's his height. Very cool. So I'm not sure what the full dex is for... What does this one do? Oh, it's like a search. I don't know if 240 means that I've seen everything in the Ore region, but yeah, 240 is what we're at for right now. Very cool. And then that's the email, by the way. If you're wondering, email is not the first option. So these are the guys that kidnapped Rui, I believe? I didn't know. I went to just check the mayor's house to see if there's anything here, but it turns out these guys are here and they're ready to fight. Well, look at that. Yeah, we got a perfect example. X-Cloud looks pretty weird, I think. I'm not really a fan of how he looks in 3D. Or 2D, for that matter. He's not one of my favorites. I remember raising one to level 100 as a kid and always being, like, disappointed by it. Always thinking that he just sucked, so, like, he's the worst. Well, that's not the worst outcome. Because now any water attacks are going to be nerfed. I should have expected a fake out, to be honest. When you just go for Earthquake, that's not bad. Should we double into X-Cloud? Probably. Yeah, may as well. I'm not too threatened by Ludicolo under the sun. He could do something with Leech Seed, though. Nice. Very good. His little picture almost looks like it's wheezing. You go for the Hydro Miss. Oh, really? Even under sun, huh? I should have brought Heracross. Still decent damage. Yeah, I didn't think at the start of this Let's Play that Jumpluff is going to be our huge special attack damager. I thought Jumpluff was going to be more of the gimmicky, use sleep moves, use status moves, and stall with healing. But it turns out Giga Drain has been super useful the whole playthrough. Very glad I went and got that from the whichever Colosseum you get it from. I think it's the one in this town, actually. Absolutely worth it. Solar Beam probably would have been good, too. I actually think I'm going to put the shinies away, because I want them to get more experience on Mt.Battle. Yep. Okay. Oops. Hang on. Don't need that. We'll make this one exception. What did we find here? A super potion? Wow. Yeah, I had a feeling they both wanted to battle. That's kind of a tricky type matchup. I think I have to attack Ariados, because if I don't, Ariados might Sludge Bomb Jumpluff. And I can't put it to sleep because it's Insomnia. Suppose I could switch out. Switch in Gengar to eat the poison move. And then I think... well, it doesn't matter too much. I think there's a chance Dusclops had something like Ice Beam and maybe they double target Jumpluff. But it won't matter. Yeah, easy. You went with Earthquake. A little weird because you know, or you saw that I had a flying type on the field. and that does like pitiful damage to Metagross. Should probably go for you. Nice. I know I just said I don't want these two to get too much experience, but it'll be fine. I just don't want to stomp it with like level 100s or to be way above the levels that we're fighting. Is that Shadow Punch? I have no idea what move that was. It had to be Shadow Punch. See, because this is Shadow Ball. That's how Shadow Ball looks. So I'm gonna assume if you failed Makuhita, this is probably where you reclaim it, was with those guys. I don't think you want to battle, do you? No. Whoops. Probably should have read the message first. I think it's just telling me to go to the new tournament. So I benched the two shinies, and we are going to be bringing. Oh yeah, look who it is. We're bringing Starmie just to stomp the tournament here, because I remember these fights all being pretty easy. It is the method. You're going to be fighting the Cypher admins again. So this is how you can get any of the legendary beasts. I failed a Suicune on my first playthrough. No, because I had Suicune on my team. Who did I fail? It was one of the other ones. I don't remember which. I had to reclaim a beast, and this is how you do it. Is in this the Under Colosseum. I have no clue what we just picked up. Is it a key item? Okay, so this item is a reference to Gen 1. It is the Steel Teeth, which this old timer up here dropped. And if we talk to him, he's going to give us the final like platform disc. So we're going to get the item that's over to the left. We're going forward. So cool that the machine is over here and not right next to the UFO. Like, no way we could have stuck it right here. That's just... It's beyond the GameCube's power. Yep. Give you this. Nice. Now you give me the L disc, and I go over to that platform, the one you can see on the left, and that is going to have the amulet coin. Pretty rough to make amulet coin a post-game item, but, you know. Genius Sonority probably didn't realize how... Actually, let's keep this here, because I don't think I'm going to be using this L disc ever again. Yep. Check out the cutscene. Oh yeah, new camera. There we go. We got the amulet coin. Just incredible. So glad that they animated that. Let's go around you, and now we need to use the down disc again. Oops. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty lengthy tournament. There's quite a lot of trainers we have to beat to get to the final round. It's like 4 tournaments. Nice door. Okay, very cool. Yeah, let's save now that we're here. Like the other Colosseums, we get a TM for beating this. So I will put the TMs on screen as we get them. Probably gonna do a supercut of this. We'll see. If like the fights are good and interesting, then maybe I won't, but I'm unsure at this point. Love the arena. This place looks insane. Post-production KT here. I did decide to do a supercut, as you guys can see by the ×5 speed. This tournament really isn't that difficult. I know it may seem trivial because I brought a level 100, but even with my regular team, these fights just kind of suck. They're really not that creative. Tons of unevolved Pokemon. Weirdly high level at times. And you have to do 23 matches, 23 teams, just to get one chance at the Shadow. I do think the atmosphere and the environment here is cool, but as this should be like the final challenge of the game, I really think it should be more difficult. Also, I got super lucky during this. My Quick Claw on Octillery went off like 5 or 6 times. Pretty insane. It is cool fighting the Cypher admins again, I will admit that. Fighting Mirabee again is very, very sick, and he brings back his same team. He has a 4 Ludicolo. So for each of the tournaments that we beat, we unlock 1 new TM. The TMs are not anything too special, but for this first one, yeah, we get TM 12, which is Taunt. Kind of nice, kind of fun to have for a doubles format. I believe Umbreon starts the game with Taunt, so I suppose if ever you overwrote Taunt, this is your chance to get it back, but it's not repeatable. So if you sell this TM, it's just gone. Yeah, Marsh Stomp, like this, it's level 60. It just seems silly. It just seems ridiculous that we're fighting unevolved Pokemon in the final challenge of the game. I guess Mt.Battle is the final challenge, but you unlock Mt.Battle way before this. Blasting through everything. Yeah, the combination of Octillery and Starmie just stomped everything. Double Water is pretty classic for grinding through this tournament, the other tournaments, as well as Mt.Battle. Especially if you bring a Kyogre and set up Rain, it's just ridiculous. I liked Dokim's team, actually. It had a Earthquake spam Swampert with a bunch of levitating Pokemon. Very fun, very cool idea. And of course, if you failed Shadows, this is your chance to reclaim some of them. Beating Dokim would get Skill Swap. Not that useful in this doubles. I guess you could snipe a Levitate. That's always fun. But then you see the next round, we're fighting a level 60 Machop. Almost called it Machamp, but no, it isn't. It's a Machop. It's just a weird tonal clash that we should be fighting the strongest Pokemon, and they're all these, like, not fully evolved and weak fellas. This is Game Freak's decision. Genius Sonority's decision, excuse me. This is what they thought was best. This is how the game should end. guy, it brings a Spinda and a Delcatty. Good lord. Even with the reduced damage of a spread move, Surf was still wiping dozens of teams. And here we have Venus. Yeah, so interestingly, Venus, she will have Suicune. And Suicune will actually have Surf replaced with Hydro Pump, which is pretty rare. Most Shadow Pokemon don't get their moves changed ever. If you failed it, it's just the exact same guy when you go and fight it again. But Suicune actually gets upgraded, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that means he's a different level or what the deal is. This is one of the few fights where I actually had to switch out because 2 special attackers against Blissey would take too long, so I let Heracross have some fun. And for this we get Rest. TM44. Not bad. Not great in doubles, but, you know, it's a copy of Rest. I do feel like Heracross, because he was so late in the game, we didn't really get to use him. So, unfortunately, he didn't get to battle that much. Same with Umbreon. Umbreon was useful really early on, but as soon as we had better special attackers, Umbreon was benched pretty hard. Though still useful. Still very useful being able to sit on a bunch of Pokemon due to our high defense. Yeah, there's an X-Cloud and a Lantern. I figured that Thunderbolt on Lantern, there's a coin flip chance that it has Volt Absorb, so not much point doing that. We'd just go for Psychic. Another Marsh Stomp. This is just ridiculous. Used Endeavor, though. That was pretty funny, because that lowered Starmie's HP down into the red. And here we have Ein, who would have Raikou if you failed Raikou. His team was also pretty cool. He has a Electric Weak Pokemon next to Lightning Rod Pokemon. Very cool idea. Unfortunately, he didn't really utilize it that well because he sets up Rain with Gyarados as opposed to like Dragon Dance or something good. Actually trying to do damage. And he also uses items. Yeah, you're allowed to use items in these Colosseums. Very strange. So, beating Ein unlocks Dragon Claw. Very nice. Wonder what I was doing here, why there's this little pause. Yeah, we get Dragon Claw. Which is a non-repeatable TM across Generation 3, so pretty nice to have another copy of Dragon Claw. I suppose Skill Swap you can buy, I think. Isn't it for sale in the Hoenn department? See, with that trainer there, that's like a perfect example of what I'm talking about. She brings out all these like super weak, unevolved Pokemon in the levels 60s. Like, it's just ridiculous. Misdreavus Kecleon, that feels okay. They're both pretty weak, but you know, it's more of a theme. They're a little bit stronger. Okay, I think this is the last guy? No, there's one more after him. I think we ended with... No, didn't we end with Murkrow? Yeah, this is gonna be the last guy. And we resume the commentary. I think this is it. I believe this is the Deep King. This is the Deep Colosseum, by the way. I think I called it the Under Colosseum, but there's another Colosseum that's in the Under. Yeah, that's the guy. So I was incorrect. There's one more shadow after this, but this is one of the most annoying ones to get to. So we need to make sure we don't fail here. Okay, you have a full team of 6. Alright, I'm not too concerned then. Oops. Because I doubt you're going to send out your shadow right away. You're probably going to hold on to it until the very end, like every other trainer does. Unless you lead with it, of course. Oh no. The one fight where I can't have something go wrong and I get paralyzed. Yeah, that does no damage to Kingdra. This is a bit awkward. We should probably protect with artillery. Psychic is probably our best damage on Kingdra. Yeah, let's do that. We get parried. Okay, artillery might go down. But that's not really too bad because I want Jump Left to get in anyways. Not a fan of a fake out user joining. Right, because you could very easily fake out Thunderbolt me this turn, and I don't think I can. Well, let's try. Let's try putting Draft Rig to sleep, and let's surf. Okay, he didn't even go for fake out. Very good. The Giraffe is down. Sableye is tiny. Look at him. That's really funny. And there is him. Shuckle. Of course he is a shadow. Who do we put to sleep? Is it Shed? Please be Shuckle. It's Shed. Okay. We'll be doing the same to Shuckle, and we will be bringing in Umbreon to deal with Shed, and to do some pretty weak damage to Shuckle. Feint Attack is not really going to hit. Oh, and we miss? Great. Epic animation. Yeah, we need to absolutely not crit. It's a female, also. Very nice. I don't know if Shuckle has a different rate. It's probably 50-50. Looks very cute with his eyes closed, sleeping like that. Okay, I think the return is probably our best bet for doing like pitiful damage. I don't want to risk a potential Feint Attack crit. So we're gonna go with return. Nice. We'll just ease into it. Shuckle does not have a great catch rate, unfortunately. Ooh, and we did not bring very many balls. We just won't fail. I've decided we're not going to fail this. See? All you have to do is just decide not to fail. Nice. No TM because we've got all of the TMs. I thought we're going to get another email. No? Maybe I need to exit? So with 47 Pokemon purified, we go to Phenac. We get the email. And now we just leave? We come back? Do we get the email again? Yeah, we do. Man, this part of the game is so strange. Gotta make sure I check the list one more time. Yeah, he's telling me there's one more shadow. How could he be so wrong? He thought there was only 47. Let's just do it again. Okay, so I know where we need to go, and that's how we're gonna start next episode. So we're just gonna go save. And we have a little bit of prep work for the final episode, final video. Colosseum has come to a close. We'll be catching the last shadow. I'm not too sure how we're going to do Mt.Battle because I want to get the ribbon on some of my shiny Pokemon, but I need to have all the Pokemon purified, so we're going to have to do that next time too. We're going to have a big montage purifying all these guys and any other like loose ends to get ready for Mt.Battle. So I'll see you guys then.